Hi, y'all. Welcome to your lesson 1 at home. Your teacher model that has a picture that you've now clicked says Laura has 15 feet of ribbon. She's making as many bows as possible using 6 inches of ribbon each. How many bows can Laura make? So I went ahead and set us up with I'm trying to figure out how many bows can I make total. If I have 15 feet and one bow is equal to 6 inches. So remember, we've talked about this when we were doing multiplying fractions and adding and subtracting fractions. Before you can do anything, you have to have the same type of measurement. So this is 15 feet. This is 6 inches. So feet and inches are not the same thing. So we need to convert them so they are the same thing. So the first thing, if you look at your notes that you took earlier, I know that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And since I'm wanting to divide it by 6 inches each, I want to take my 15 feet and I want to figure out how many inches that's going to be total, okay? So if I'm going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, that means you're going to multiply. Something we do to kind of help us understand that is large unit to small unit, multiply. So your arms would cross. So I have 15 feet. I'm going to multiply that by 12 because there's 12 inches in 1 foot and I have 15. So now off to the side we have 15 times 12. Feel free if you want to click pause and use the box method and then just make sure our answers match, or you can use standard algorithm like I'm putting on the board. I'm going to start with my 2 and I'm going to distribute it out to the 5 and then the 10. So 2 times 5 is 10. So I'm going to put my 0, carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. So I'm going to cross out my little regrouping mark. I'm also going to cross out my 2 and add a 0 as a placeholder since I'm moving to the tens place. So now I'm going to do the same thing. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay. I'm going to add a 0 as a placeholder. Now I'm wanting to add these numbers together for the total. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 5 is 8. 0 plus 1 is 1. So I know 15 feet is equal to 180 inches. So I'm going to come up here and put 180 inches is equivalent to 15 feet. So I'm not done. But now I have the same measurement. I have inches and inches. So now I can figure out how many bows she wants to make. Well, if it gave us the total and that one bow equals 6 inches, I need to make groups of 6 inches for each bow. And if we're making groups of something, we are dividing. Okay. So when I think about what is it that I have and how I want to share that, I have 180 inches, and I want to share it into groups of 6. Okay, so now 6 goes on the outside, 180 goes on the inside, and I can do my easy facts of 6 if I need to, off to the side. For our easy facts, we're going to do 1, 2, 5, and 10 because they're the things that are easy to remember. 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 5 times 6 is 30. 10 times 6 is 60. So now I'm going to stop and think. 60. And I have 180. Is that close enough? I don't think so. So I'm going to keep going until I get a number closer to 180. So now I've did 1, 2, 5, and 10. Now I'm going to start repeating, and I'm doing 20 times 6 is 120. 50 times 6 is 300. Now 300 is too big because I only have 180. So I'm going to cross out 300 and I'm going to subtract 120. That is 20 off to the side because 20 times 6 is 120. Okay? So now when I subtract, it leaves me with 60 left. So 120 is too big, but I can use 60, which is next on my list, which is 10 times 6 is 60. When I subtract, I have nothing left over. So now take your 2 partials and put them together. 20 plus 10 is 30. So she can make 30 bows with her 15 feet of ribbon.